be learning Burgmuller's Farewell. It's number 12 from a series of 25 easy and progressive studies, Opus 100 by a romantic composer, Friedrich Burgmuller. And there you go, that's the cover. And the form of this piece, as most of his pieces are, in fact, I think all of them, in this particular series, it's an ABA form of some sort, except this one has 4 measures of intro in the very beginning, and also, let me see, 5 measures of coda at the end. So starting from measure 37 and on, it's coda. Okay, so let's take a look at the introduction first. It starts with incomplete measure, and right hand enters at the second half of third beat, and there's a diminuendo and the rallentando at the end of the line. Okay, and even though it's marked allegro molto agitato, which means very fast and agitated, we're going to take it a slightly slower for now, at about 1 and 2 and 3. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and slow down. So no real slowing until maybe the last 4 notes of that entire line. Notice how the phrasing is done in the right hand. There's a hairpin, right? So we crescendo a little bit, as in you just go to it, and then diminuendo. You swell and diminuendo, swell and diminuendo within these 2 fragments in the beginning. So it'll be 1 and go to this one, and then read and go to this one, and then the third is the most. Not only is it the highest, but it also has sforzando. So this is a good place where you're gonna pedal, and then here too, you probably can use a little bit of pedal. I'm gonna pedal on the last note of the right hand, and then let it ring through those accompaniment figures. Left hand should be played on the keys, as in don't move, jump off, but stay on it to stay soft, and you diminuendo through it. So it'll be pedal, and then 1 change, maybe pedal, change, and hold the pedal, take it off, and slow down. And you can do more pedaling as you see fit, but that's the minimum I will do. So it'll be 1 and a pedal, change, and off and pedal and change. And here's the high point, 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and end of the beautiful introduction. And let's see how the A section should be played. With good composers, and Burgmuller is a good composer, all the answers I write on the page. So if you just follow what is written, a lot of problems are just solved for us. As in left hand, look at how the slurring is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. Okay, sorry, that didn't sound. 1, 2, 3, 4, lift, 2, 3, 4, lift, 2, and lift, and most, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So notice how the beginning of the phrase is often on the second beat. Take a look at measure 6, 7, and like 9, 10, 11, things like that. And there's slur that ends on the first beat. So last notes of the slur should be tapered off and slightly softer. And if you just do that, it's gonna be already helpful. And know that it's a duet between the right hand and the left hand in this. So if I only play the important notes in the right hand, even though it's got a bunch of notes due to triplets, it will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And every shaping is shown by those hairpins that Burgmuller adds. You just have to be really mindful of actually doing them. It's not enough that you notice it, right? So you're lifting here too. And there's a diminuendo. Let me play slowly for you, and I'm going to add in the little bit of dynamic and also the accents in the right hand, and the whole time without pedal first. So it'll be 1 and a 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. You almost can't not tell that I actually lifted in the right hand too, right? At the end of the slur, but I am just really tiny bit, and crescendo to here, lift, more or less, and diminuendo to the end. Okay, and then how do I pedal this? The minimal pedaling for this is wherever the accent notes are. If you pedal that, that helps in the beginning. And then maybe here. Okay. That's kind of the minimal pedaling. There's many different ways to pedal this. So if I only do that, it will sound like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. No pedal here. But do the crescendo, pedal, off, pedal, no pedal, and pedal here. Most amount of pedal here. The last note pedaling is just to make that ring. Okay, so that sort of works. Or there is another option of pedaling every single. Look at my pedal. Okay, I just noticed that the pedal is turning facing the wrong way. Let me see. Okay. Now it's damper pedal. I wasn't doing the soft pedal. It was just flipped the wrong way. So no. That's another way of pedaling this, where you pedal almost every quarter note. But that would be harder for you to keep it clean. So I would actually recommend doing the pedaling that's written here. You have to do more with your fingers in that case too, but it works pretty effectively. Okay, and one main thing to remember is not making these triplets so much the same. We want to keep here that, remember the main notes that I played for you? C, D, C, B, A, D, C, B, A, in our ears as we play D, C, B, A, like that. So it'll be D, C, B, A, D, C, B, A. If you can hear that as you're playing and shaping accordingly, that's gonna help. So there's, even though it's not written in, it is written in by ending the slur. There is this getting softer at the end of the slurs. Okay, so keep that in mind. let's take a look at the B section. There's a key change to C major here. Oh. Okay, so there is a key change, and left hand is very busy now. And the challenge for this section is keeping that soft. So how do we keep it soft? Kind of like what we did in the very opening with these repeating notes. We stay on as close to the keys as much as possible. And then we keep things very subtle in our movements. That helps. And in terms of pedaling, here you can pedal longer. Helps you blend in the left hand better. So it's more like whenever the chord changes, you change the pedal. So it's like that. And we are in the key of C major. Right hand is single line, so you have to work to project. Okay, so it will be 1. So notice that I'm still shaping according to the slur. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, lift, and in a 3-note slur, what? Second one is most, and then 1, down, up, up, and down, up. So I'm lifting at the every single end of the slur, and it helps you shape the entire phrase. Left hand is just the dominant and the subdominant and tonic, the primary chords. And let's look at the next part. Starts the same way. So, but this time it's higher. It goes to F minor. And slowing down. Poco ritenuto. Suddenly slower, but a little bit, yeah? So this is the pedaling for this as well. There's a sforzando. It's going to be louder than the one before. There's a F minor, which is different. And here, maybe you can even change twice because of the right hand notes. So once again, softer and slower. Okay. So it goes 1, 2, change, and 1, reach. This is same as before, where you go pedal for that second one, and like this. Okay, so it's the return of A, and it's identical, and except for the coda. So coda is just one line. Remember we had this. Instead of ending there, he has an extended. See what's important here. For the coda, remember that we keep this shape of diminuendoing to the end. Okay? So all of these are going to diminuendo to the last note, even if it's high, it doesn't matter. So it's deeper and light. Deep and light. Deep and light. Okay? And left hand, make sure that you are doing these slurs. They are connecting. See? So connected. So 1, 1 cannot connect. So if you connect 2, 2, 3, it helps. Or you can go 1, 3, 2, 4, and then 1, 3, 2, 4. That might be easiest. 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4 for all of them, and make sure they're all connected. And there's a little marcato at the end, so this one's more. So the coda is going to be and hold on to between, and more. And you can pedal that last chord. Okay. Hope you enjoy playing this piece. And make sure to practice those triplets slowly with your fingertips supported at all times. Watch out especially for those fourth fingers in both hands. Alright, enjoy.